Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Happy Friday, everyone. We are in Proverbs chapter 24 today, and a common theme that we've been talking about throughout the last couple of weeks throughout the book of Proverbs, and something that I'm passionate about, something I often talk about, is our environment, our community, the people that we choose to surround ourselves with. We have to be wise, right? Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate yourself with fools and get into trouble. We talked about that in the book of Proverbs, right? Um, let's dive in. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 1 says this: Don't envy evil people or desire their company. And again, I think, why would we do that even? Why would we envy evil people or want to be surrounded by them? Well, we talked a little bit about that even, is that even with great riches, evil people can seem successful in this world. They can be manipulative. They can be greedy, prideful, and they can push people in a way that they can gain. And maybe that's a way that we envy, or they see, like, and if we aren't in a good spot with our identity and our value, where where our value comes from, we can see other people and compare, and we can begin to envy what they have. But the Bible is saying, don't envy evil people or desire their company. Why? For their hearts plot violence, and their words always stir up trouble. So Bible's saying, just be careful. Don't do that. Like, they may seem successful on the outside, but the inside, their hearts are far from God, and plot evil and stir up trouble with their words. So choose to avoid them at all costs. Verse 3: A house is built by wisdom and becomes strong through good sense. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with all sorts of precious riches and valuables. And that whole idea, and we talked about this, is that wisdom is far more valuable than the riches of this world, and the rubies and the gold and the jewelry and the cars and the houses, or whatever else that we think that is valuable in this world. It pales in comparison to having the wisdom that comes from God. Verse 5: The wise are mightier than the strong, and those with knowledge grow stronger and stronger. And that whole idea with the wisdom that comes from the Lord, it's that continual access to the wisdom that we have. And it's that continual humility that we need to go to the Lord, right? It's that fear and that humility lead to a long life, lead to wisdom. We talked about that earlier this week in Proverbs. Verse 6: So don't go to war without wise guidance. Victory depends on having many advisors. And again, that's another thing that I'm extremely passionate about, is that abundance of counsel, there is wisdom. And here's the thing: we are at war here in this world, but not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the spiritual powers, against Satan and his demons. And so we have to understand that, and we have to be able to go to the Lord for wisdom and be able to surround ourselves with godly people so that we can win this war, have victory in the name of Jesus. And so I want to just encourage you to make sure, since we've talked about this several times this week, do you need to change who you hang out with? Do you need to change who you surround yourself with? Do you need to change who influences you? What do you need to do in order to become wiser and win this war, and to become a better representation of God the Father to this lost and broken world? What do you need to do? Go to the Lord today and see what he has to say to you, and then do something about it. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune tomorrow for the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.